Hi, I'm Cynthia Schiller. Please like and subscribe where we help and heal. We're going to talk about what's going to happen when we move on. What's a narcissist going to do? What are we going to do? Um, some of us still want to get back with our ex. Some of us have been fed up and it's time to move on. Depending on how things ended, narcissists do have a habit of hoovering, where they're going to try to suck you back into their life. The time can be, in the next minute, or it can be years from now. But if you let go of the narcissist, here's what's going to happen to you. You're going to go through pain if you really didn't want to end the relationship. Some of you, even if you are fed up, that's why you left, you're going to have some anger. There's different stages of grief. I have a video on that if you'd like to go more in depth on that. But there's going to be these emotions that you go through. Some of you might have some similar to like a panic attack, where you're going to have like shock waves go through your body. That's totally normal. That's part of the healing process. It's our body trying to rebalance itself. We're going to ruminate. We're going to think about the person. We're going to think, how could we have done things different? Don't Guilt is part of the grief process. We're It's kind of like we're trying to justify it, trying to bargain, to see, is this real? Because at first we're in denial. And then there's all the different stages of grief. So you're going to go through that. But once you do go through that, please check out that video. You're going to start to heal. And you're going to have like a wave come over you, like life is good again. But you got to fight back, retrain your brain to look at the good, at the brighter side of things. Because sometimes when we look back, we are missing what was so good. But since it wasn't real, to go back to that is just going to continue that cycle. We're going to end up alone again. And even if we stay with that person, our heart is going to feel alone because they're taking so much from us. We'll never have that true heart-to-heart connection. Just like when you meet people out and about, it's pleasant to meet them, but you don't have that true connection. So you don't have a longing or a love for that person. And that's what you want in a true relationship, to where you guys connected at the heart. So there are other people out there. 20-25% of people in the world are narcissistic. Or they have NPD, they just weren't diagnosed with it because they didn't go into the therapist to be diagnosed, or they bamboozled them, pulled the wool over their eyes, just like they do with us. But 75% of the world is not. So you have a whole world out there waiting to connect with you and to have the true relationship that you deserve. Sometimes we just don't want to be alone. But I know with my first narcissist, we were in the same house, but there was a loneliness to it, to where, you felt like you were overlooked or unappreciated, or talked down to. You were confused. You weren't able to rebalance things. You weren't able to really enjoy the relationship in the way that you could have. So after you go through the grief process, instead of looking back, look forward, retrain that brain. There's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be good days, bad days. I still go through them. It's not unrealistic to think everything's going to, or it's not realistic to think everything's perfect. There will be ups and downs. So you got to do your best to bring forth your best life. They say God helps those who help themselves. Don't sit back and wait for life to get better. Go enjoy it. Fake it till you make it. Maybe you're not in the best mood to go to the beach, but once you get out there and do it, looking back at the end of your day, you can be like, yeah, that was a better day than if I just sat at home. Reconnect with your friends. You're going to start to build your friendships back up. You're going to start healing with your family. You're going to do better at work. You're going to achieve more. You're going to try more. There's a whole world out there. You're going to meet new people who will take you on these adventures with them. And that's when it starts to snowball, where, things you didn't expect to happen are starting to happen. Your life is getting back on track, and you're growing. Your life is growing. Your network of friends is growing. Because the older we get, it's just like investing money into our retirement account. The larger nest egg we have, the better off we'll be. So now is the time to invest in you. It's going to make you healthier. Being in a narcissistic relationship does a lot of brain and physical damage to us, can cause depression, which leads to strokes and cancers and high blood pressure and diabetes. And take care of yourself. Like when they say being with a narcissist is destructive, it it causes brain damage, physical damage, can lead to death. You can have that broken heart syndrome where you can actually die from that. So you got to really try to overcome that. It's, I always say, I would have died for my exes. I would have died for them, but I don't want to die because of them. If I have to push one out of the way and a car is going to hit them and I push them out of the way and I die, I saved their life for a reason. But for me to just run out in front of a car to die, to prove I love them, serves no purpose. So if we're not with our person, there's no reason to let them continue to destroy us. So fight back every step. Move forward. Don't look back. Live in the moment too. That's what narcissists do, is they live in the moment. But don't let those moments pass you by, because there's a reason the narcissist does it. It's good to live in today because that's where our day is. But look forward to the future. Narcissists don't like to do that. Take care of the people in your network. Narcissists don't do that. But don't let another day go by where you're not taking care of yourself. If you need to cry, that's part of taking care of yourself. If you need to take a nap, do that, but don't do it to extremes. That's when it gets unhealthy. And if you guys want to hear something kind of cool, is you burn 50 calories sleeping. You burn a little bit more calories when you're sleeping. So get a full night's rest of sleep, but when you oversleep, it kind of slows your metabolism. So it's good to keep your body on track, stay hydrated, eat the right way. Don't overindulge. If you drink alcohol, drugs can be unhealthy. Just putting it out there. It's not good to do drugs you shouldn't be doing. And just definitely get out there in the sun, enjoy everything. So what's going to happen? You're going to get to be back to where you were when you first met this narcissist. It takes time. It takes time, but it gets better. And there's a whole world out there. Don't let it pass you by. And it's okay to be alone. When you're alone, you can build up who you really are. You can heal with things. Don't jump into a new relationship until you're ready. Because otherwise, these rebound relationships, unless you're ready, it's just going to be more heartbreak. Or it'll make you think back on your ex more. There is a time you got to kind of force yourself to start dating again if you want somebody in your life. But take baby steps. Don't move in with somebody right away. Get to really know them. See how they are with their network. How do they treat their friends? Do they say something to them and then give you little red flags when they talk to you? Are you starting to see their communication patterns, their commitment patterns? Sometimes you can even see that in how they treat their friends. So take the time. 75% of the world is still normal. So good luck to you and make it a great day. I'll see you in the next video.